At the SBD Raleigh meet, the incredibly talented junior athlete, Joseph Borenstein, arguably eclipsed many spectators' expectations of his capabilities on the platform as an 82.5 and/or 83 kilograms athlete. In the end, the world witnessed the 21-year-old write himself even further in the history books of the sport by smashing the former 2-time IPF world champion Russel Orhii's jaw-dropping world record total of 860 kilograms with a new phenomenal world record of 865 kilograms. However, if one was to pay close attention, a Burgundian Joseph showed promising talent where early in the season at the 2024 USAPL Arnold Pro Series was reportedly competing for the last time as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete, became one of only 3 other athletes to total 800 kilograms or more, with a phenomenal total of 820 kilograms, joining the ranks of world record holder and current IPF world champion Austin Perkins, former 2-time IPF world champion and world record holder Taylor Atwood, and veteran of the sport and former IPF world champion Shell Buckland. At the SBD Raleigh meet, there were some understandable lingering doubts about Joseph's performance due to his incurred injury earlier in the season, which was blatantly apparent at the Powerlifting America Classic Age National Championships in May. Additionally, many had never witnessed him compete as a healthy 82.5 and/or 83 kilograms athlete. Such circumstances understandably created ambiguity in his anticipated performance. At SBD Raleigh, Joseph came up against equally tough opponents such as the former 2-time 82.5 or 83 kilograms IPF world champion Delaney Wallace, who competed early in the season at the Sheffield Championships, along with veterans Christopher Perez and Angelo Fortino. If purely accounting for each athlete's season best total, prior to SBD Raleigh, Delaney entered as one of the outright favorites with a season best total of 842.5 kilograms. In parallel to Joseph, who has an 83 kilograms athlete, his season best total stood at 535.5 kilograms. As such, giving Delaney at the outset a significant 307 kilograms lead above the junior athlete. However, Joseph's 820 kilograms season best total as a 74 kilograms athlete depletes Delaney's lead to 22.5 kilograms, making the battle potentially appear much closer in a matchup between both Delaney and Joseph. Delaney also sustained a further lead of 15 kilograms above Christopher Perez, who had a season best total of 827.5 kilograms and 24.5 kilograms above Angelo, who entered with a season best total of 818 kilograms. However, if further accounting for each individual athlete's baseline total projection, the expected battle theoretically appeared to be between the former 2-time IPF world champion Delaney versus Joseph and Christopher. Delaney had a world record-setting baseline total projection, which ranged between 873.77 kilograms and 882.41 kilograms. His projection stood 13.77 kilograms and 22.41 kilograms above Russell's world record total of 860 kilograms. Joseph entered the championships with a baseline total projection ranging between 840.95 kilograms and 857.40 kilograms. However, the provided projection is based on Joseph's baseline projection as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete. In a prior video on the channel, a baseline figure between 865.28 kilograms and an upper baseline of 907.09 kilograms was comprehensively projected for the exceptionally talented Joseph. The other protagonist, Christopher, achieved a 1-year progression of 5.75% compared with his last season's opening total of 782.5 kilograms and his current season opener of 827.5 kilograms. His baseline total projection stood between 842.78 kilograms and 869.49 kilograms. It was plainly evident that if accounting for the athlete's outline baseline figures, Joseph was amongst the favorite to seriously challenge Delaney's expected dominance at the SBD Raleigh meet. Fundamentally, the meet also gave both Joseph and Delaney an opportunity to make a definite statement to the world. If either were able to achieve their projected figures. For his opening squat, Joseph opened with a 267.5 kilogram squat.
To the 83 kilo category, 267.5 kilo squat opener. If you guys have been following him on Instagram, his training has been trending very well after working through another injury. So thankfully he is okay now, and happy to see him here in the Carolinas at SBD Raleigh.
It's going to be a good day.
Similar to his opening at the 2024 Classic H National Championships. This is 12.5 kilograms and or 4.90% above his heaviest squat opening as a 74 and or 75 kilograms athlete. Christopher, who had a baseline squat projection ranging between 305.54 kilograms and 310.60 kilograms, opened with a squat of 270 kilograms, matching his heaviest squat opening.
Wow, really easy.
Which he first undertook at last season's USAPL Raw Nationals. He quickly outflanked Joseph by a 2.5 kilograms margin. Delaney, who had the strongest personal best squat of 305 kilograms, which is reflected in his baseline squat projection, which stood between 315.34 kilograms and 321.99 kilograms, in effect, placed him as the favorite to take the first round. Opened with a squat of 287.5 kilograms.
He competed at Sheffield earlier this year. He actually did not lift, he just danced. But he is here to make a statement. I think he'll be top 3 if all goes to plan.
Okay, but again, I have to call out the heat. Please, folks, the ones on the feet, too clean with the Reflect kit, 287.5 kilos. And Delaney Wallace, just doing Delaney Wallace things, really.
Matching his heaviest squat opening to date. The last time Delaney opened with a squat of 287.5 kilograms was at the 2021 USAPL Raw Nationals, where he finished at second place behind Russel Orhii. Joseph, on the back foot by a 20 kilograms margin behind Delaney, increased his second squat by 17.5 kilograms margin, once again reflective of his attempt selection at the Powerlifting America Classic Age Division National Championships, resulting in a successful squat of 285 kilograms.
His best is 285, so he's trying to match it, then go for a PR on the third attempt.
Not bad for an 83 kilo debut. It's going to be very exciting to see how Joe fills out this class.
He is going head-to-head, against superstars like Delaney Wallace, Russ.
Joe wants that smoke, though.
He do.
That's right. He wanted to be here. He wants to be lifting amongst the best because he knows he's one of them. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Therefore, shrinking Delaney's initial leading margin to 2.5 kilograms, an 87.5% free fall, including assuming a 15 kilograms lead above Christopher. A squat of 285 kilograms also matched his personal best squat as a 74 and or 75 kilograms athlete, including being 12.5 kilograms and or 4.59% above his heaviest second squat attempt of 272.5 kilograms. Christopher, 4th place behind Delaney after Angelo opened with a 280 kilogram squat, increased his second attempt by a 15 kilograms margin, both resulting in a 285 kilogram squat.
Yeah, dude. I appreciate the meme. Here comes Chris Perez. Now let's see where Chris lands compared to his PR. He is definitely within reach if this. Oh yeah, I think he's going to do it.
I mean, that moved quite well.
Yep.
And matching last season's USAPL Raw Nationals second squat selection of 285 kilograms. Managing to sustain his lead above his field of competitors, Delaney squatted 302.5 kilograms for his second attempt, which is between 12.84 kilograms and 21.99 kilograms below his outlined baseline squat projection.
This would be 2.5 kilos away from his PR. Always got to love the setup here by Delaney. Patented. And again, how you approach the bar, it's got to be the same every time.
I don't know if I can remember the dance moves before I approached it, but I respect it. I don't think I'd look that cool.
Yeah. The showman that he is, folks. Delaney Wallace, 302.5 squat second attempt.
Really strong attempt.
He also matched his 2021 USAPL Raw National Squat selection, where he first surpassed a 300 kilogram squat ceiling. Most imperatively, a 302.5 kilogram squat, and a Delaney, a relative 17.5 kilograms lead above both Joseph and Christopher. Appearing completely healed from his injury, for Joseph's last squat attempt, he confidently squatted 295 kilograms. This is 3 kilograms below his upper baseline squat projection of 298 kilograms as a 74 and/or 75 kilograms athlete.
Lifter really making a name for himself already.
Yeah. Joe Borenstein. Made a name for himself in the weight class beneath, now making his 83 kilo debut. And this young man,
let's go. I think Joe's going to have a great
More
day.
importantly, for the moment, he managed to decrease Delaney's lead to 7.5 kilograms. Curiously, if Joseph's reliance was taken into account, deadlift on average accounted for 42.36% of his totals, 3.01% above the front-runner Delaney's average deadlift reliance of 39.35%. Joseph also shows a favorable reliance on the bench to build his totals, with an average reliance of 24.21%, just 0.34% below Delaney's average reliance of 24.55%. Squats typically, on average, accounted for 33.44% of Joseph's total, 2.67% below Delaney's reliance of 36.11%. His propensity to favor both bench and deadlift is evident in his tact to moderately pace himself throughout the squat. Christopher, not to be outmatched, achieved a personal best squat with a third attempt of 300 kilograms.
100 kilos, a 15 kilo jump from his second attempt in the 83 kilo class.
5 kilo PR attempt.
Again, right on the heels of Delaney Wallace in the 83 class as well.
Chris Perez is saying, hey buddy, don't miss, okay?
Yeah, don't miss.
Do not miss.
Oh, it's going up. That is a awesome squat.
Giving him a 5 kilograms leading margin ahead of Joseph. A 300 kilogram squat is 5 kilograms and/or 1.69% above his prior personal and season best squat of 295 kilograms. However, a 300 kilogram squat equates to scoring 1.81% to 3.41% below his initial baseline squat projection, which ranged between 305.54 kilograms and 310.60 kilograms. As I stated earlier, Delaney entered the meet with the strongest squat. Therefore, for his third squat attempt, increased his third attempt by 7.5 kilograms, 0.56 kilograms above his average third squat increment of 8.06 kilograms, resulting in a new personal and season best squat of 310 kilograms.
Wallace, again, wasn't in that world team, wants to show why he should be there and why he should be at Sheffield. He's here to prove why.
He had an insane performance last year at Worlds. He's had great momentum at Sheffield. He's in one of those classes where you just have to earn every single spot.
Delaney Wallace, 310 on the bar, squat third attempt. He said, let's see the call.
A 310 kilogram squat by Delaney equate to the athlete scoring 1.69% and 3.72% below his squat projection, which stood between 315.34 kilograms and 321.99 kilograms. Remarkably, Angelo also matched Delaney's squat of 310 kilograms, scoring 0.51% above his lower baseline squat projection of 308.42 kilograms and 0.75% below his upper baseline squat projection of 312.34 kilograms.
Angelo Fortino, this would smash his squat PR by 2.5 kilos. I mean, battling back from injuries, this would mean so much for Angelo, for his coach, John Song, for his team around him. I mean,
just incredibly strong lift all around. I think this is kind of going to be his meet. Things have been trending so well in training. Oh, it's moving.
Once each athlete's baseline bench projections are considered, the bench run was hypothetically set to result in an increasing slugging matchup between all three athletes. For instance, Joseph's baseline bench projection stood between 209.75 kilograms and 211.77 kilograms, amazingly as a 74 and/or 75 kilograms athlete. Christopher's baseline bench projection stood between 206.18 kilograms and 213.71 kilograms, and Delaney ranged between 211.62 kilograms and 218.85 kilograms. The matchup appeared even closer if further accounting for the season best bench. Delaney, for example, entered the SBD Raleigh meet with a season and personal best bench of 207.5 kilograms, whilst Joseph's personal best and season best bench stood at 203 kilograms, 0.5 kilograms more than Christopher's season best bench of 202.5 kilograms. Overall, Delaney entered with an average leading margin of 4.75 kilograms above both Joseph and Christopher. 15 kilograms behind the former two-time IPF world champion, Joseph successfully opened with a bench of 192.5 kilograms, 10 kilograms above his heaviest bench opening as a lighter 74 and/or 75 kilograms athlete.
I see it.
Best bench shoes, no free ads.
No free ads, but hey, man, why not? All right, 192.5 for Joe, making that 83 kilo debut.
See, I think Joe is going to be sneaky today.
Christopher responded with a bench of 190 kilograms, a similar opening to his prior two meets at both the 2023 USAPL Raw Nationals and 2024 Powerlifting American National Trials.
Now, Chris, again, how we had mentioned, needs to get a lot more love, I think, on the media scene. Needs to get a little bit more attention. I think he is truly a lifter to watch in the 83 kilo class. 190 kilos bench press opener. Just watch how quickly he's going to move this.
Really nice and smooth. Again, we talked about it in the squat session, but he is pushing Delaney.
However, he's still 2.5 kilograms behind Joseph, who in parallel historically has a slightly stronger bench. Delaney, in turn, opened with his heaviest bench to date, with an attempt of 197.5 kilograms.
Kind of see what the human body is capable of, and it's just incredible. I mean, you're reminded all the time when you see the likes of Joe Borensteins and even Delaney Wallace's of the world. So here comes Delaney Wallace, 197.5 kilos on the bar for Delaney Wallace.
Now he came out and he did hit a squat PR, which was awesome. So we'll kind of see where he's trending towards in this bench session.
Definitely within reach here. 207 is his all-time best.
You might have seen him compete at Worlds last year or at Sheffield this year.
His average bench opening stood at 180.77 kilograms. This gave Delaney a 20 kilograms lead ahead of Joseph and 17.5 kilograms ahead of Christopher. During his second attempt, junior athlete Joseph benched 205 kilograms, which was 2 kilograms above his season best bench of 203 kilograms.
Heck of a day, PR'd on squat. He is pacing so well right now.
We talked about it, but I mean, Joe Borenstein, this young man is incredible.
I would love to see him push into that top 3 spot today. It's
I think
just
the
so
thing
tight.
about Joe, too, is also how young he is relative to how many meets he's done. He's done 15 at this point.
Correct. Wow, I mean, that moved so well.
Narrowing Delaney's lead to 12.5 kilograms. Additionally, his bench of 205 kilograms handed Joseph a lead of 10 kilograms over Christopher. His second bench attempt also represented a 5.30% progression from his personal best bench of 195 kilograms as a 74 and/or 75 kilograms athlete. With tremendous resolute, Christopher responded with an attempt of 200 kilograms, matching his heaviest second bench attempt to date.
Chris Perez, 200 kilos, bench press, second attempt, 10 kilo jump. Come on.
This got Joseph's 10 kilograms lead to a 0 kilograms difference, pinpointing to the mere ferocity of the unfolding battle. Pretty much dominating throughout the championships, Delaney increased his bench by a 10 kilograms margin, 1.11 kilograms above his approximate average second bench increment of 8.89 kilograms. This resulted in matching his personal best bench of 207.5 kilograms, which he achieved early in the season at the Sheffield Championships.
Bench press your car and help you with your taxes.
Yes, and that's a tax write-off
Yeah,
right there.
that's right, yeah. Delaney Wallace, 207.5 kilos. This would be a tying competition bench press PR. Let's go, Delaney Wallace.
His prior personal best bench stood at 200 kilograms, which he achieved at the historic first staging of the 2023 Sheffield Championships. Quintessentially, Delaney sustained a 17.5 kilograms lead ahead of both Joseph and Christopher. But for how long? Joseph, for his third bench attempt, impressively benched 210 kilograms, 0.25 kilograms above his lower base bench projection of 209.75 kilograms, yet 1.77 kilograms below his upper baseline bench projection of 211.77 kilograms as a 74 and/or 75 kilograms athlete.
Just hit.
Let me see it, it's going. Big fight.
Wow.
Including being representative of a 3.70% progression. Most importantly, a 210 kilograms third bench attempt once again effectively reduced Delaney's lead to 12.5 kilograms. Christopher also reduced Delaney's lead to a similar 12.5 kilograms leading margin by benching a personal and season best bench of 205 kilograms.
Let's see it here, Chris. 5 kilo jump to 205, bench press third attempt.
It's going. Oh, man, that's awesome. 2.5 kilo PR if the refs agree. Yep, 3 white lights.
2.5 kilograms above his previous personal best bench of 202.5 kilograms. However, he scored between 0.57% and 4.08% below his baseline bench projection, which ranged between 206.18 kilograms and 213.71 kilograms. Nevertheless, he stood toe-to-toe with Joseph, with both finishing the bench round with a 505 kilograms total. Delaney, who has a bench reliability of 84.03%, meaning there's an existing 15.97% chance of failing on the bench, increases third attempt by a 2.5 kilograms margin, This resulted in a surprisingly unsuccessful bench attempt of 210 kilograms.
For Delaney, this would be a 2.5 kilo PR. Bench press third attempt, Delaney Wallace. He's here to prove something here, folks.
It's going. Wow.
Don't forget about the kid. Let's see the call.
I think that looks good.
Scoring between 1.95% and 5.18% below his baseline bench projection, which ranged between 211.62 kilograms and 218.85 kilograms. After a spectacular bench performance, it was now or never for Joseph to make his unassailable presence felt. Joseph stood 12.5 kilograms behind Delaney, who had largely commanded a convincing lead throughout the meet. Besides being at a disadvantage against a battle-hardened and tested multiple IPF world champion, Joseph also had to counter Christopher, who staunchly stood toe-to-toe with a similar total of 505 kilograms and appeared equally intentional in bringing a ferocious fight to all of his rivals on the platform. However, and rather impressively, if accounting for each mentioned athlete's baseline deadlift projections, comparatively, Joseph's final upper baseline deadlift projection as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete stood at 345.69 kilograms, 2.19 kilograms above Delaney's projected upper baseline of 343.50 kilograms and 2.26 kilograms above Christopher's upper projected deadlift baseline of 345.43 kilograms. Remarkably, for his third meet as a 83 kilograms athlete, if Joseph was to achieve a 345.69 kilograms deadlift, he would have scored a fantastic total of 850.69 kilograms, placing him third or fourth place on the all-time 82.5 or 83 kilograms all-time list, including shattering John Axe junior total world record of 813 kilograms, which has stood since 2016. Unfortunately, it would not have been enough to firmly clinch the upper hand over Delaney and/or achieve an overall win at the SBD Raleigh. Delaney, for instance, if he was able to deadlift his highlighted upper baseline projected deadlift of 343.50 kilograms, the former multiple world champion would have totaled a world record total of 861 kilograms, in turn breaking Russell's world record of 860 kilograms by a margin of 0.12% and/or 1 kilograms. One of the other primary issues that may have dampened Joseph's ultimate objective was his historical deadlift reliability, which stood at 34.62%, which quantifiably that he had a greater 65.38% chance of experiencing failure or failures for the deadlift, in direct parallel to the frontrunner, who had a greater historical deadlift reliability of 64.72%, meaning he had a 35.28% chance of experiencing failure or failures in the deadlift. However, on the other hand, for the last two prior seasons, between 2022 and 2023, Delaney tended to regress, on average, by 1.67% at his second meets. He experienced his greatest regression last season, which stood at 2.40%. Therefore, such provided some window of opportunity for Joseph to hand Delaney his first defeat since 2021, or simply provide a fierce toe-to-toe battle to the finish line. For instance, if accounting for Delaney's last two season second meet bouts of regression, his baseline total projection is reduced to between 852.80 kilograms and 874.20 kilograms. Joseph squatted 3.51% above his personal best squat of 285 kilograms as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete, and 3.70% above his personal best bench of 202.5 kilograms, also as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete. Such equates to him achieving an average progression of 3.61%. So, if Joseph achieved an average progression of 3.61% from his initial deadlift projection while competing as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete, which ranged between 338.12 kilograms and 345.69 kilograms, it would equate to a conservative theoretical baseline total projection as an 82.5 and or 83 kilograms athlete, ranging between 855.33 kilograms and a world record 863.17 kilograms total. Consequently, Joseph's triumph would partly reliant on Delaney, totaling on his highlighted lower end baseline projection of 852.80 kilograms. For his deadlift opening, Joseph opened with a deadlift of 315 kilograms, both comparatively 5 kilograms above his heaviest deadlift opening of 300 kilograms, while competing as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete.
Joe has looked so strong today, opening up nice and easy, 315. The silence does not last long.
No, not here. Let's see what kind of day Joe Borenstein's going to have.
His top end is around 340. But it's going to be a good day.
Yeah.
Christopher, who was also in a relative strong position, opened with a deadlift of 295 kilograms.
Are wrapped up. We're going to have kind of the live updates of the total of the forecasted totals to kind of show you how this meet is trending.
If you'd like to follow along, check out liftingcast.com, SBD Raleigh primetime session.
Great work there.
5 kilograms below his season best deadlift opening of 300 kilograms, including being 25.77 kilograms above his average deadlift opening of 269.23 kilograms. However, a 285 kilograms deadlift effectively placed Christopher on the back foot behind Joseph by a 20 kilograms margin. Delaney, who entered the meet with a season best deadlift of 330 kilograms, responded to both athletes with a 305 kilograms deadlift opening, his second heaviest deadlift opening to date.
.305. Yep.
Sorry,
Oh, there you go. No. Let's see it. Wow. Snappy pull there by Mr. Delaney Wallace.
The last time he opened with a 305 kilograms deadlift was at the 2021 USAPL Raw Nationals. However, a 305 kilograms deadlift saw his initial lead nosedived by 80%, resulting in a leading margin of just 2.5 kilograms over Joseph. Therefore, such was certainly shaping up to be an intensive battle on the platform. For his second deadlift attempt, Joseph increased his deadlift by 25 kilograms, resulting in a deadlift of 340 kilograms, already matching his personal best deadlift as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete.
Devin Williams, Morgan, and just really bumped himself up.
Joe Borenstein. Trying to put his name on this meet right now. Let's go.
Again, you have 60 seconds. Take your
You
time.
have time.
Absolutely no need to rush.
All you need to get is that down command. It's the one command on deadlift.
One of the prettiest sumos, that hook grip.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
He knows it. He knows it.
Boy.
He knows it.
With only his second deadlift attempt, plus he extraordinarily matched Jurin Skengamo's winning championship total at the 2024 IPF World Classic Championships, where Jurins defeated Russel Orhii with a championship record total of 845 kilograms. Christopher, being both 20 kilograms behind Joseph and 22.5 kilograms behind Delaney, with a 25 kilograms increment, deadlifted 320 kilograms for a second attempt.
especially on the national level.
Wow, that just looks so smooth.
15.24 kilograms below his lower end baseline deadlift projection of 335.24 kilograms. However, he was unable to upend Joseph's lead, which remained at 20 kilograms ahead. But was it the end of the road for Christopher? As a group, 82.5 or 83 kilograms athletes, on average, tends to add 17.5 kilograms to their deadlift openings. However, with a deadlift of 320 kilograms, it was 7.5 kilograms above the noted average of 17.5 kilograms. Individually, Christopher on average tends to add 28 kilograms to his deadlift opening as a 82.5 or 83 kilograms athlete. Such would theoretically equate to a final deadlift of 323 kilograms. If his average is added to his initial deadlift opening of 295 kilograms. This meant scoring between 12.24 kilograms and 22.43 kilograms below his baseline deadlift projection, which ranged between 335.24 kilograms and 345.43 kilograms. Prior to the SBD Raleigh, individually, the highest amount he had added to his deadlift opening stood at 35 kilograms. If further attention was given to his average deadlift attainment of his projected baseline deadlift projections, which stood between 93.61% and 97.37%, pinpointed to a deadlift ranging between 313.82 kilograms and 336.35 kilograms. Ultimately, an upper baseline deadlift of 336.35 kilograms would provide a total of 841.35 kilograms. Incredibly, after Joseph's second deadlift attempt, his subtotal stood at 845 kilograms, meaning he had a viable opportunity to increase his subtotal of 845 kilograms even further. Therefore, on paper, diminishing Christopher's chance of outflanking Joseph for a chance of an outright win. For his second deadlift attempt, Delaney attempted 322.5 kilograms, which is 14.44 kilograms above his average second deadlift attempt of 308.06 kilograms.
We'll see kind of how things start to shake up after these second attempts start to finish up.
I am super excited. I think the 83 men have been one of my favorites to watch today.
Man, it's been incredible.
all
I can't
been
wait for this.
incredible.
And PA Nats, oh my goodness.
Such a treat.
17 and a half keys.
That moved great.
Consequently, for the first time, Delaney was placed on the back foot, where he stood 5 kilograms behind Joseph. However, he had a final opportunity to firmly regain his lead over Joseph. With a 35.28 chance of failure within the deadlift, Delaney surprisingly failed his third deadlift attempt of 340 kilograms, which is 3.50 kilograms below his upper projected baseline deadlift of 343.50 kilograms.
Second did move well. Does he have 17 more keys on the day, though?
Let's see it, Delaney. Deadlift third attempt for Delaney Wallace, trying to make a statement.
It's moving. Can he lock it out? Oh,
Let's see the call.
It was so close with his knees.
He ended his campaign with a total of 840 kilograms and as such, in turn, suffered his first defeat since 2021. This total was between 3.87% and 4.81% below his baseline projected total of 873.77 kilograms to 888.41 kilograms and 2.5 kilograms less than his season best total of 842.5 kilograms, achieved earlier at the 2024 Sheffield Championships. His meet KPI score, which comprehensively and objectively accounts for his individual performance, stands at 82.26%, a fall of 1.93% in parallel to his meet KPI score of 84.19% at the 2024 Sheffield Championships. Christopher also made an all-out attempt to bypass both Joseph and Delaney with a final and personal best deadlift of 335 kilograms.
A lot of hype here in the crowd. A lot of people supporting him here. Let's see it, Chris.
Oh my God.
Wow,
I think he had more.
unbelievable. He knew he had it.
Resulting in also a new personal best total of 840 kilograms, which represents a progression of 1.51% if compared with his prior personal best total of 827.5 kilograms, which he set at the Powerlifting American National Trials earlier in the season. He finished with a meet KPI score of 83.71%, a slight increment of 0.34% in parallel to his meet KPI score of 83.37%, which he achieved at the 2024 Powerlifting American National Trials. He further scored between 0.33% and 3.39% below his baseline total projection, which ranged between 842.78 kilograms and 869.49 kilograms. Unfortunately for Christopher, a total of 840 kilograms was simply not enough to outmaneuver Joseph's lead, already causing an unbelievable upset by taking the scalp of one of the most successful powerlifters in the sport. Joseph seemingly centered his focus on making an indelible mark within the sport. As such, deadlifted 360 kilograms for his final attempt of the meet.
And blowing into new PR territory with his lifts. This would push him back past Daniel Clements.
This would be a 20 kilo PR, Natalie. 20-0.
It's just lightweight. Think about it. Crowd is starting to get on their feet. Leo's running through a wall right now.
I gotta see this, folks. Joe Borenstein going for a 20 kilo PR.
This would knock him into first place.
Trying to pull for first here at SBD Raleigh.
The crowd's getting on their feet.
Pulling for first place, Joe Borenstein, 360 kilos, deadlift third attempt.
Half the crowd's on their feet right now. Will he pull it? Oh my God, it's moving!
Oh my God! Joe Borenstein! Let's see the call!
3 white lights! Let's go! Joe for the win!
Joe Borenstein!
Woo!
Pulling for first place!
Wow.
Which was similarly matched by veteran athlete Angelo Fortino.
How do we return to normalcy?
Wow.
My goodness, Joe Borenstein!
Joe has solidified himself and made his statement in this 83 kilo class, beating out Delaney Wallace. Wow. Angelo Fortino looking to hit 360, which would be a PR for him, I believe. He said,
2.5, it would chip his PR.
3 kilo PR.
Let's see it, Angelo.
Let's go, Angelo. Oh, it's moving. I think that's locked.
I think we got it. Let's see the call. Let's see the call.
Nevertheless, a 360 kilograms deadlift catapulted his total to an amazing world record total of 865 kilograms, therein smashing Russell's world record total of 860 kilograms, which he set earlier in the season at the Powerlifting American National Trials, including being 0.89% and or 7.60 kilograms above his upper total baseline projection of 857.40 kilograms as a 74 or 75 kilograms athlete. Considering that he has not fully developed as an 83 kilograms athlete, such leaves much to ponder about his true physiological potential, especially for next season and for the foreseeable future.